Well,
welcome to this meeting of the Joint Standards Assessment Subcommittee.
Microphone. Oh, not used to speaking. Welcome to this meeting of the Joint Standards Assessment Subcommittee. The first item on the agenda is the appointment of the chair, and I understand that members would like Councillor Rawlings to chair the meeting. Is that agreed, members?
I propose that.
Thank you. I'll hand over to the chair now.
Thank you very much for that. I'm happy to chair this meeting of the Assessment Subcommittee. Could I first of all take any apologies for absence today, because there have been some changes?
Chair, if I can confirm, we've received this morning apologies from Councillor Baker, and we've contacted Councillor Pavlovic, who's in attendance today, and Councillor Pavlovic is a name substitute for this committee.
Thank you. Thank you for coming along at short notice. It's much appreciated. Item 2 then, declarations of interest. Could I ask anybody to declare anything that is affected on today's agenda, which is not already declared on your public register of interest? Then nothing is recorded. But I would remind members that should they become comfortable at any point during the proceedings, please interrupt me and please make that declaration at that time if appropriate. Item 3, exclusion of press and public. It's my belief from reading through the papers that we will only be able to discuss and make a decision on this item, which is a one-item agenda, by talking through the issues in question, and therefore it will be inappropriate for that to be held in public. So can we ask for confirmation of that from members, and that we're happy to go into private session when we get to that appropriate point? Then I'll take that as an agreement that the information will be classified as exempt under paragraph 1 of Schedule 12A to Section 100A of the Local Government Act 1972, as amended by the Local Government Assessment to Information Variation Order of 2006. And when appropriate, we will go into private session. Item 4 is a code of conduct complaint received in respect of City of York Councillors. There's a public report for this. Could I ask the monitoring officer please to go through the public report? And I would remind people to be mindful that nobody should be identified in any discussions that follow till we go into private session. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chair. On the 6th of October 2021, I received a detailed complaint relating to 3 City of York councillors. Having considered the same, I am of the view that it was appropriate to convene this Joint Standards Committee Assessment Subcommittee to consider the options which are available to the committee today, listed in recommendations on page 3 of the agenda. The options to consider that I'm asking members to consider is to determine whether, number 1, the complaint in respect of the councillors does not fall within the remit of the Code of Conduct, or the alternative is consider the details contained within the report in the complaint and advise as to whether an investigation should take place. In the event that you members indicate that an investigation should take place, my second request is that you consider whether such investigation should be undertaken internally or externally. Chair, I don't believe there's much more information I can give at this stage.
Thank you, very articulately put out. Could I ask members if there are any questions they'd like to put to the monitoring officer at this stage before we go into private session with still public? Then there'll be no questions. I propose that we go into a private session. For members of the public who are watching this at home, we're going to private session. I don't know how long that will last, so I do not intend to come back to a public session at the end. And after the private discussion, the meeting will be closed. Thank you.